What's up, y'all? Welcome back. We on another episode of Behind the Slaps. I sit down with some of the artists who participate in the event to get some feedback from them on to find out a little bit more. It's a little in-depth, find out more than just the song. So today, we got Oakland's own, my guy right here, Toriyama. What's happening, man? Man, you know. How you feeling, man?
Nah, I'm good, man. I appreciate you, sharing this time with, what I mean? I guess we should have been did one of these.
Man, everything happened when it's supposed to happen. You feel me? That's how I like to treat things. Sometimes stuff don't work out, but you know what? It's a reason. And as long as you got the right energy and, I can't speak for everybody's spiritual journey, but, I respect the higher power, and I try to do right and live righteously. So, when things don't work out, it usually turns out that it's in my favor. It's a reason. He blocking the bad so that way the good can come in. So,
no, that's real. That's real, man. Shoot, that'd be the hard part sometimes, just trusting the process.
Right.
A lot of this shit don't be coincidental.
Real talk. So, man, let's start with the beginning, man. So, Toriyama. Some of y'all out there probably already familiar with that name, depending on what you're watching, what's going on. So, let's talk about that. For those of you that don't know, Toriyama is the creator of the whole Dragon Ball Z, not GT. Not GT, that is, but
Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace.
Right. So, what led you to choosing that name as your stage name?
Shit, man. That was a funny one. I originally went by 21 Styles, before that, I was like a stage. Even now, sometimes you may hear it in a song or something, and you throw 21 in there. It's still like a nickname that, my brothers still use, around me and stuff, so.
Okay.
But the Toriyama just came from a place where, I had already been in this hole where, I thought, I couldn't write no more. I couldn't really, do anything, music anymore. I was in this hole, which I eventually got out, But I just felt like I was a different, I wanted to, just approach music different, I wanted to put myself into, every aspect of it, my character, what I like, my personality, even what I eat, whether it be, I'm a candy fiend, you may see me, in the studio here and there with some Mike and Ike's or some, or my term may be fiddles, but that's just, that's my thing, so the whole fun thing, you've heard the pure joint, right? Yeah, but it's it's I'm doing my little, my whole little spit thing, but it has this funness to it, it has this kind of happy kind of, it may remind you of the 90s, it may remind you of this and that, but it still feels fun, while still being dope at the same time, so that's just something that I just felt like that's what was my name, it just kept replaying in my head, so I just felt like I was gonna be more like a creator than just sticking to just always having a solid ass verse every time and a solid, so I was gonna, put myself out there a lot more, so that's just what I came through, it was like Pokemon. I became Toriyama, you know what I'm saying?
So you said it was 21 Styles before Toriyama. So did the name change come before or after 21 Savage?
Nah, the name was definitely before.
Okay, so you became Toriyama before 21 Savage ever slid out here.
Nah. I definitely became Toriyama before I even knew about
there's somebody out there that's wondering 21 Savage came on. That's why he made the switch.
Nah, but that's the thing though. That's the dope thing about you bringing that up, because that ain't nothing but just the universe just trying to make sure I'm watching my toes. Visually, sonically, image wise, making sure I'm still, pushing that is just being me, looking like me, sounding like me. So, it was just trying to make sure I was just cool. So motherfuckers ain't get on the same car. It'd be like 21 styles, 21 styles. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your like creative process? First off, what are some necessities? Like if you're writing or if you come into the studio, your checklist. I gotta have it. Excuse me, I gotta have this to be in the right mind state to knock it out.
Shit, well, I gotta have snacks, you know what I mean? So I'm probably gonna have some candy or like some, for some reason I'm eating a lot of wheat thins right now, you feel me? You know, I don't know what that is, but I definitely gotta have, you know, a couple bottles of water for sure. And I gotta have my solitude.
Okay.
Like I really got to, you know what I mean? I do my best.
Like
you know,
isolate.
When I'm isolating and, you know, and just relax, you know what I mean? If I gotta be around folks, then I just do what I can to make myself just relax, you know what I mean? Smoke a joint, you know what I mean? Some Mike and Ike's, you know what I mean? Sure. I may, I don't know, hit some push-ups or something, you know what I mean? But, you know.
So with the process, is it some people, some artists, they like to just write and then they find the beats later? And you type of artists that like to just write and then, you know, find beats to match it to, or you like to get a beat first and then kind of make your whole concept and song around that beat and how it works with that? What about you?
Yeah, I feel like I do a little bit of both, a little bit all up and down. I feel like my writing has kind of like changed a little bit over time, because just how you described, like, you know, right before, I feel like I used to always write like that, like just write without even like, you know what I'm saying, hearing the beat, like I would just know what I wanted to say, like I would just be so into, like, you know what I mean? I'm always like, you know, rocking headphones and, you know, listening to beats and kind of just, you know, jotting a few things here and there, you know what I mean? Whether I write it in my notebook or just, you know, writing my notes in my phone, you know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of like how I do it now, you know what I mean? I'm just always constantly like looking for a chance to like put my headphones on and listen to beats, whether it's like on my lunch break or something like that, or whether it's just, you know, heading back to my apartment, you know what I mean? And just trying to take that time and just, you know, listen to these, or try to not listen to as much of the same beat, try to, you know, jump to something that I haven't listened to and kind of put myself in a whole nother, you know what I mean? Just to get myself to write more things down, you know what I mean? Try to get it in like a bundle so I could knock more stuff out in the studio for the most part, so.
Okay. So, growing up, who'd you listen to?
Shit, man. Shit, musically, all type of shit, man. I feel like, cause you know, I was born summer of 1990. I feel like it's a good portion of the 90s. I feel like it was really owned by R&B, you know, even though it was still rap there, you know what I mean? I think that was part of like what made rap dope, because like R&B was still like very like heavyweight, you know what I'm saying? Like even then it was like you still had to like have like that certain track on your album, you know what I mean? Like in order to, like, you had to have that juicy, you know what I mean? You had to have that boy, you know what I'm saying, that Boys and joint. Yeah, like you had to have that, you know what I mean, that joint, you know what I mean? Because it was still, you know, it was still so fruitful, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would say all type of different artists, man. I really fuck with, you know what I mean, really fuck with Pac real tough. You know what I mean? I really fuck with Scarface real tough. I really like Corrupt. Yeah, Corrupt for sure. He probably has like my favorite verse, like that joint from you remember the Caveat, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably like I think it was like his second verse. Yeah, it's probably like my favorite verse right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think more like when I got into like high school, I started meeting different folks and shit. I started getting to different genres, you know what I mean? Started listening to, you know, different things here, like, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers and, you know, maybe some Green Day here and then. When I first got on to Linkin Park, I immediately got onto Fort Minor, and you feel me? Like, and I was like, oh shit, this is like a whole rap crew and shit. Like, okay, this is smooth. So just listen to all type of different things, and I was getting real tough into like the Wheezy tapes and shit. You know, so that was smooth. That was still when folks were still like selling like blank CDs and shit, like with like with the name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody, yeah, hustling that pitch. Yeah. Not that pitch, but like Napster, Livewire, yeah.
Definitely.
You get the bootleg, and then you hear the real one. You're like, wait, this track is number 2? I thought it was number 13. You know?
Word.
Like, well, I like how my CD man laid out the track list. That's a no skip the way he did it. This is skips. this album version is skip. Sorry.
Man, that was such a precious time though. You know what I mean? I was to the 50 Cent joints, you know what I mean? Like we was hearing like all the little back and forth stuff, you know what I mean? Like it was just it was dope. I got real tough into Big L in high school. So that like blew my fucking mind, just that dude in general. Just, you know, listening to his rhymes and shit. I was like, bro, like just so thankful for folks putting me on to like different shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And over time, you know, it became to the point where it's like now I can't really listen to no hip hop in the morning like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, you gotta start the day off smooth.
yeah, like, I gotta start off smooth. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I love my hip hop. You know what I mean? I am hip hop. You know what I mean? But I just can't listen to it like that no more.
Right. So if you had your pick, name like three to five producers that you want to work with, like, you know, Timbos, yada yada. It's like somebody, if you just had the budget or had the connections, who would you like to work with?
Producers, man.
And what kind of song do you think you would be trying to make with them? Let me hear that.
I said, damn, shit. Let me see. Should I say probably first? I definitely want to work with Jermaine Dupri.
Okay.
Yeah. Just worked on something.
Right.
Saying like
JD be handling it when it comes to the R&B crossover hood.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think that'll be smooth. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there's any other cats. I feel like I could knock something out with I feel like I can knock something out with Dre.
Okay. Dr. Dre, you know, get them Dr. Dre drums.
You know,
let me punching.
Nah, for real. I feel like we could vibe out to something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know. Okay, cool. So like, you know, where we at right now in the music career? You got some albums coming out, some singles, whatnot?
Oh man, right now I'm working on like this like collab project with me and my boy Mr. Munez. He's a producer. I've been on for like a minute. Like he's been sending me beats here and there. They've appeared on stuff I put out here and there. But you know, want to make this kind of like you know this Ultron tape. You know what I mean, for the most part. And yeah, I'm trying to put that out sometime this summer.
Cool. So for the event that we doing with D-Cat, you submitted a couple of songs. What were they called? Let's talk about those.
I believe I submitted Player 2 and Sharif.
Okay. Let's talk about him. Sharif, I remember you came when we did the event in LA. You got performed that when Big Mike was filming it. Let people know about that one a little.
Oh, Sharif, yes. That's I believe that's on the For the People Though project. Yeah, Sharif is a smooth joint. Yeah, I was of course I took the name Sharif from like Boys in the Hood. I mean not Boys in the Hood, but Men's Society. But he's just this fictional character that I put on the just put in front, made a whole song about him, and just kind of just related it more to folks I know, closer friends, and just trying to do the right thing, and just consequences of just the influences around him for the most part, you know what I mean, and just making it more like closer to home. So yeah, I think I feel like I haven't had too many folks that I played that joint for that I haven't liked that joint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember when I played it for my brother Aj guy, I was like, yeah, bro, I feel like he really sat with that joint, you know what I mean? So it's like, He's part of the reason why I wrote that joint. You know what I mean? Like that got influenced with like different type of folks I already know. You know what I mean? So I feel like I know, you know, plenty Sharifs. You know what I mean? I feel like I am like Sharif. You know me? So
make sure you guys go and check this out. It's gonna be, you know, all these songs we're about to talk about are gonna be featured on the playlist for this event, this month's event. You can find that playlist on our YouTube channel. You can go to the event website and check it out. We'll put it right there, event website and all that. Put Toriyama's, you can be social media, all that. You already know how we do. You said the other song was Player 2?
Player 2, yes. That joint, man. Sometimes I think, man, I need to put more light on this joint for sure. That's something that, man, I don't even know how I came up with that joint, man. Like, damn.
What you talking about in that song? What's it about?
Shoot, it's just, you know, just pretty much about, you know, just my player 2, you know what I mean? Like, you know, my partner that, you know, I could just, you know what I mean? Just one screen, just, you know, one mission, you know what I mean? Like a player 2 that could be a girl, you know what I mean? That could be, you know, your partner, you know, whoever, you know what I mean? But it's basically just, you know, just highlighting and just letting them know, like, I appreciate you, you know what I mean? Like my player 2. You know what I mean?
So it's kind of like a love song.
Yeah, like it's, you know, in a sense, just letting you know that, you know what I mean? I see you, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I may not always, you know, highlight it, but you know what I mean? I see you though, you know, my player 2. So.
Okay, cool.
And then Jay Harmony just came and just made it just so smooth with the, you know, with the outro and the whole, like, you know, but he's Jay Harmony though, so he gonna have to do some harmonizing too. So.
Right. Shout out to Jay, shout out to Mr. Mooney's, shout out to Big Mike, shout out to D-Cat, shout out to Aaron. We mentioned your name, shout out to you.
Already.
You know, so another question. Alive, dead, retired, who's an artist that, you know, you like to work? Like your number one artist?
Shoot, I like to work. Shit, number one.
Yeah, they didn't, like I said, they could be live, they could be somebody retired, no matter, just, you know, who, like, man, I wish I could get them in the booth with me.
www.chucktv.com.
Low-key, you want to do something with, I low-key want to do something with Be Legit, though.
Okay. Be Legit or, hell yeah. I feel it. Shout out Be Legit, man. Maybe we can make that happen, you feel me? But man, so what you got lined up for the rest of the year? You got some shows lined up, you got, you know, let the people know where they can find you at, what you got going, the next project that you just tell me you got some tapes on the way too.
Definitely though, I'm definitely putting something out there. Yeah, me and my man Mr. Monez, we definitely putting out something this summer for sure. We're gonna put a layout and everything for it though. It's definitely coming for sure. As far as like how to reach me on any socials, it's the Crewster. So that's THE, that's KREWSTER, the Crewster. That's Instagram, on Twitter, the Crewster.
Okay, well, you feel me? I'm here, my boy Toriyama. Y'all make sure to go check out his music, check him out and follow him on social media. He got a whole bunch of things going. If you a fan of Dragon Ball Z,
all that,
you definitely gotta tap in with this man. He's Toriyama.
I ain't saying when I get in the flash, though.
You gonna hear some of them anime bars, some cartoon bars. You know, he bring it all in together, but he still, you know, he ain't childish. He talking about adult stuff too. But you feel me? How you not gonna talk about those kind of things? Well, your name's Toriyama, so you already know what you're getting, man. It's like he said, it's about having fun and, you know, dropping some bars that you can relate to. And, you know, he worked with me here at Rich City Studios often. We in Studio B, we not in the recording studio, we in the film studio, of course. But he comes through often, we making hits. Go check out the playlist here, his music as well as some of the other artists' music, you know, add it to your playlist if you like it, because the only way we can grow, you feel me, is by supporting each other. And, you know, the majors is gonna do what they gonna do, but us up and comers, you gotta, you know, add it to the playlist, share it, let people know, play it at your functions, play it in your car with your friends. That's what it takes, man. We gotta go step by step. So if you appreciate what we doing, you like what he making, man, you know, act like it. Save that. Add it to your library, you feel me? So I'm your host, Chuck T. You know, this is Behind the Slaps for the NDR Experience. You can find us at The Indio Experience on Instagram, Indio Experience on YouTube, Rich City Studios at Foreign Studio. You can follow that. Just stay locked in with us because we taking this all over. We going to Reno, New Mexico with the Indio Experience. We gonna always be in the Bay with it. So, stay tuned, man.
Look out for that Shining Corey, man. Shining Corey, the tape. Look out for it.
Okay.
Shining Corey.
There it is. Boy Meets World. All right, y'all. Chuck T here with Toriyama. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you.
Check out his music. We'll catch you later on Behind the Slaps. Peace.
Have a seat. Mr. Butler never raised a hunter, cause he got homies laying under. Boy, I wonder will it be a cold summer? Heard him say I don't want him to do what I did, cause little Anthony's a spy kid. And when the smoke comes, it's heavy on your eyelid. You can't hide it, even when you countin'. Never forget the place that raised me, even if I never get my tape played by Stacy. But that's life. It's like we seen it and we heard it. Feel like we seen it and we heard it, and we seen it and we heard it. It's like we seen it and we heard it. I know I seen it and we heard it, and we seen it and we heard it, yes. Can't blame him cause a nigga barking. Black man, that's a moving target. Work. Cops slapped the cuffs on him just for walking. Walk out the door to an open coffin. Work. Cause it's the Ballad of Sharif, nigga. Work. Ballad of Sharif. Homies playing for keeps, nigga. Spit game while you weep. Work. Ballad of Sharif, nigga. Look. Ballad of Sharif. Homies playing for keeps, nigga. Work. Spit game while you work. Tryna kick the knowledge, they ain't feeling it. What the fuck the coolest, guess niggas ain't drinking it. What can I say, I still fuck with them. The revolution so past tense. We ain't do nothing but be black men. It's a cold case, but they ain't dying off of old age. This a script from an old page. Took them soon, it wasn't fair, no. Should've been by your side like cousin hero, but that's life. It's like we seen it and we heard it. Feel like we seen it and we heard it, and we seen it and we heard it. It's like we seen it and we heard it. I know I seen it and we heard it, and we seen it and we heard it. Yes, they always ask if it's safe to jump. My Genesis like Sega 1. Bay not Alina, more like Julie's son. Always a legend after shooting one. Cause it's the Ballad of Sharif, nigga. Ballad of Sharif. Homies playing for keeps, nigga. Spit game while you weep. Ballad of Sharif, nigga. Ballad of Sharif. Homies playing for keeps, nigga. Spit game while you work.
Being a black man in America isn't easy. The hunt is on. And you're the prey. All I'm saying is, survive.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You a rock star, you a smooth individual. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You a rock star, you a smooth individual. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. PS1 just to play the old Tony Hawk. I just light up the Groot and watch. Then I pass it, now she cruising like Smokey Raw. Back in the day we used to watch the box. She won't bet her rocks. Grinding on that board like she on the clock. She ain't never looked good as new, because her features so bulletproof. You don't fuck with these other dudes, they all expendable like Terry Crews. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You a rock star, you a smooth individual. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You a rock star, you a smooth individual. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Now we playing Mortal Kombat strip, ain't that a trip? Can't be mad at me. Something missing every time, it's fatality. She wanna play the one with Chung-Li, but the ice cream gave me brain freeze. I know this life you wish you knew less. The shit could keep us from getting rest. She a real one either way it go, JH really though. But I never do her like she yo. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You a rock star, you a smooth individual.
You a smooth individual.
Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go.
You a rock star, baby. You a star.
Let it go.
Let it go, baby.
Let it go.
Take a breath, let it go, baby.
Let it go. You a rock star, you a smooth individual.
You a smooth individual.
Let it go.
Take a breath, let it go, baby.
Let it go.
Take a breath, let it go, baby.
Just let it go.
Take a breath, let it go, baby. What?